This video is for anyone who might be feeling low, anyone who might be feeling depressed, feeling discouraged, feeling unmotivated. This is for anyone who might feel like at this point in their life, they don't see a way out. Things just aren't going the way that you want them to go. This video is for you. So what I need you to realize is that if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling angry, understand that our emotions are not bad. Okay, there's no such thing as a bad emotion. We think anger, sadness, depression, we think these emotions are bad. Okay, yes, they don't feel good, but they're not bad. See, every emotion is beneficial to us. These emotions, sadness, depression, anger, these are telling us something. We need to use these. We need to realize that if we are sad, if we are depressed, this is our brain telling us that we are not on track. This is your mind, your brain telling you that you're not on track with your life. And if you continue to do what you're doing now, then you're going to continue to feel sadness. You're going to continue to feel depressed, to feel low, to feel discouraged, unmotivated. So how do you get out of that? What do you do? Well, the first step is realizing it. You need to realize that when everything is going great, people tend to party. People are happy, obviously, but when things are going bad, when things are going wrong, this is when we ponder. This is when we think. This is when we analyze. This is when we observe our life and we can take a step back and realize that what we are doing is not working and that we need to change. So that's the first thing. You have to realize that it's in these states of sadness, depression, anger, anxiety, lack of motivation, being discouraged. It's in these states that our answers actually come through. We start to think. So that's the first thing. The second thing, a lot of people ask me, Nate, how do you stay motivated? Okay, I have a lack of motivation too. Okay, here I am, this motivational speaker, these inspirational videos, inspirational talks. They say, do you ever feel unmotivated? Of course, I'm human. Okay, I feel demotivated, a lack of motivation more than you think. But the difference between me and people who have a lack of motivation and get stuck there is that I know how to get myself out. And I'll teach you how to do this too. The way that you get yourself out of that lack of motivation is by thinking of all of the reasons of why you wanted to do that in the first place. Think about whatever you want to do in this life. And then think about why. Why do you want to do that? Okay, when I'm telling you, YouTube videos, 3 YouTube videos a week is hard. A lot of people think, oh, you just record yourself and upload it to YouTube. What a great life. Okay, it is not that easy. Doing 3 YouTube videos a week is hard. Okay, I can't pay to have somebody else edit my videos. It is hours and hours and hours of editing. I spent all day yesterday, from 5 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. editing 3 videos. Only 3. It's not like I did 10 videos for the rest of this month. Okay, it was only 3. It was a week's worth of videos. Now, it is so easy for me when I'm editing those videos for hours on end to think, well, this is miserable. Okay, this is the worst thing ever. And I do get in that state of mind sometimes, but I know how to get myself out. What you have to do, you have to ask yourself why you wanted to do this in the first place. Okay, you have to come up with strong enough reasons about why you want to do what you want to do. Okay, think about what you are going to do for the world. What are you going to do? How are you going to make an impact? How are you going to add value to other people's lives? Because if you're doing it all for yourself, you're going to be miserable. You will not be fulfilled. So think about, how are you going to add value, be of service to other people? What can you do for these young kids? What can you do for adults that aren't inspired? I have to think about it. Before I do any speech, before I do any YouTube video, while I'm editing, I have to think about, why do I even want to do this? Okay, why do you want to inspire other people? Okay, and the reason is because other people inspired me. Other people empowered me. And the feeling I got when I was inspired, empowered, I said, I want to be that for someone else. I want to inspire someone else. I want to empower someone else. Now, when I make these videos, I don't think about inspiring millions of people, even though my goal, inspire 1 billion people. Okay, that's my goal, 1 billion. But when I make these videos, I think about the one person that I can inspire, the one person who might be watching this video who might be inspired, might get empowered off of this talk. Listen, when I make videos, it's not for a whole bunch of people. Maybe a lot of people watch it, but it's for you. It's for one person. It's for the person that this world was not shaped for. Number 3, you have to realize that nobody knew how they were gonna do it until they did it. Nobody knows how. A lot of people get stuck because they don't know how they're gonna do what they wanna do. They say, well, I want to do this, but I don't really know how. Listen, nobody knew how until they did it. Before Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, he didn't know how to invent the light bulb. Before Michael Jordan went to the NBA, learned how to play basketball, he didn't know how to play basketball. Okay, before you learned how to ride a bike, you didn't know how to ride a bike. Nobody knows how they're gonna do it. But listen, a strong enough why will provide the anyhow. Look, you have to realize that. A strong enough why will provide the anyhow. If you have strong enough reasons, if you know why you want to do what you want to do, and these reasons are strong, they're compelling, that you are going to be able to find out how you can do it. See, look, I don't know how to build a business. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know how to start a YouTube channel. I didn't know how to do anything that I wanted to do to build my brand, but you learn. That's just the difference. Look, there's a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset say, well, I don't know how to do that, so I'm just not gonna do it. But if you have a growth mindset, people with a growth mindset say, I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna learn how to do that. You need to take in this growth mindset, develop a growth mindset and say, well, I don't know how to do that, but my reasons say that I will find a way. I will find, no matter what it takes, I will get there. Another reason people get caught up is because they are so far out there, they're focused on the huge goal. They say, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I want to go to the NBA, the NFL. I want to start this huge business. I want to be a singer, rapper. I want to do this big thing. Okay, and when you look at it, when you're down here looking at the top of the mountain, it's so easy to be like, well, I don't really know how I'm going to get up there. Okay, but what you have to do to climb to the top of the mountain is take the first step. Okay, you have to keep that in mind. Never lose sight of your goal. But what you have to say is, what can I do right now? What can I do in this next 30 minutes that is going to move me towards my goal? Okay, not I think I'm gonna have to do this and then I'm gonna do that. And these are big things that I'm gonna have to do. That's so easy to get yourself discouraged when you think about the big leaps that you're gonna have to take. But if you think about, what am I gonna do? What can I do in the next 5 minutes, the next 30 minutes that will move me towards my goal? Okay, because if you think about an Elon Musk, a Richard Branson, Mark Cuban, any of these huge people, a LeBron James, Michael Jordan, these people didn't just wake up and they were there. Okay, they took the first step. They said, what can I do right now that is gonna move me towards that? You don't just wake up and start dunking a basketball. You don't just wake up and you're a billionaire. Okay, you don't just wake up with this huge business. Okay, you have to say, what can I do right now? I can start reading books. I can learn how to do this. Listen, what you need to do is you need to go into your phone, into your contacts, maybe your Facebook, all your social media, your email list, and just ask people who you look up to if you can take them to lunch. Anybody who you think could be a mentor, who you think could give you answers, help you move forward, you email them and say, can I take you out for coffee? You have to do something right now. What else can you do? You don't know where to start. Start there. Start reading books. So I know I just gave you a lot. I know it's easy for me to go on a tangent. It's easy for me to go on a rant, but you have to understand what I just said. You have to get the value out of everything I just told you. I know I gave you a lot, but number one, realize that if you are feeling low, if you're feeling depressed, discouraged, sad, realize that there are no bad emotions. There are just emotions that help you realize that you're not on track. So what you need to do now is get back on track. Make that first step to get on track. Number two, you have to think of all of the reasons why you wanted to do what you want to do in the first place. Think of reasons about why you want to do that. Come up with compelling reasons that are going to help you move forward when times are tough, when you're editing for hours and hours and hours and it's miserable. Think of the reasons about why you wanted to do that in the first place. Number three, realize that nobody knew how they were going to do it until they did it. A strong enough why will provide the anyhow. You don't have to know how you're gonna do it. Develop a growth mindset. You can find out. You can learn. There are books. There are mentors. You can learn how to do what you wanna do. You don't have to know how. You just have to know why, and that will push you forward. Number 4, you have to do what you need to do right now. You can't look at the big goal and say, wow, that's just such a high mountain for me to climb. You have to say, what can I do in this next 60 seconds? What can I do in this next 5 minutes, this next half hour that is gonna move me towards my goal? Look, Will Smith said, you don't set out to build a wall. You say, I'm gonna lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. And you do that brick after brick after brick, step after step after step, and soon enough, you have a wall. Soon enough, you're at the top of the mountain.